Good evening, everyone. My name is Sandy McClure. I am a LifeVantage executive consultant here from Creede, Colorado, the beautiful mountains in Southwest Colorado. And I want to welcome you and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come here to listen to something that is absolutely life-changing. I'm a small town girl at heart. I've always lived in small towns, and this is no different. I live in a town of 300 people, well, outside of a town of 300 people. With my husband, Randy, I have 3 daughters and 4 grandkids, 3 here already and 1 on the way in November. And so that's the light of my life. I'm a former teacher and coach of 26 years, but I've been in this industry since 2012. I was diagnosed with breast cancer back in 2015, and I felt like I was really healthy. And so fortunately for me, that was the only thing I had to fight was breast cancer, and I fought it hard. And I want you to think about yourself right now as I say that. And if you are in a situation, if you were to get that diagnosis tomorrow, would you only have to be fighting one thing? And so if not, you're in the right place. We need to make sure that we're proactive in our health. What happened to me after the breast cancer is I got breast implant illness. I didn't even really know what that was. I kind of self-diagnosed. And in 2019, April, I had those implants removed and the healing started. And it was in May of 2019 that a friend reached out to me about LifeVantage. So I didn't know anything about LifeVantage prior to all of that. And so it couldn't have come at a better time. I started on the products in June of 2019. And after some doctor's visits, I realized that when you're getting blood work done and everything, and it's coming back and your doctors are dumbfounded but amazed, you decide, well, maybe this is something I'm obligated to share. And so that is where my journey started. And I'm like Kim. I just felt that I was put right where I need to be. And so here we are. And I'm connected with these 2 beautiful women, Kim Koebensky and Nancy Bryan, and we have been collaborating and working really hard to come to bring the best messages we can for all of LifeVantage. Kim is an executive consultant too in LifeVantage. She joined over 8 years ago when she was the sickest she's ever been. No doctor could figure out what was wrong with her, and I can relate to that. Nobody knew what was wrong with me with breast implant illness, Kim. But she prayed for a natural approach to her health journey, and now the rest is history. Kim is a mom of 2 boys married to the love of her life, and they live in Minnesota on 55 acres, and they now own a sawmill. And that's fun to hear all about that. Her story is one that is life-changing, and I think many people can relate to it. Her favorite quote has been picked up along the way in her journey is, when you know better, you do better. And that's what you're here for tonight. When you find something that's changed your life, you share it in hopes it can change someone else's life. And anybody who's part of LifeVantage can tell you that's just the way it goes for us. Dr. Nancy Bryan is also a breast cancer survivor and melanoma. She is a doctor of pharmacology. She has a PharmD of Ferris State University, a BS in biochemistry, certified diabetic educator, certified geriatric pharmacist, certified human and veterinary pharmacist and formulator. She is a member of our science advisory board here at LifeVantage. Boy, aren't we lucky to have someone like this represent our company and just be here to help us answer the question, what is activation? She has 2 sons, JT and Zach, and a daughter, Courtney, and she has 3 grandkids. She lives in Arizona, but she spends a lot of her time traveling between Louisville, Kentucky, and Arizona, where she happens to be in Kentucky tonight. And so we just are so honored and grateful to being presented to you, or presenting to you tonight what we feel is just one of the most profound things that has ever happened in the history of, I don't even know if you'd call it medicine, in the history of God's pharmacy. So I just want to thank you once again for coming here tonight. And somebody brought you here. We want to make sure that you understand we don't claim to cure, treat, mitigate any type of disease, but we are here to show you a proactive approach to wellness. And activation is part of that. And your question in your mind might be, what is activation? Well, we're here to help you answer that question. So Kim, if you want to go ahead on to the next slide, it's going to be very familiar to most of you. Because in daily conversations, and this happens everywhere I go, how are you today? And people will tell you, oh, I have a backache, you know, my head hurts, I just haven't been able to sleep, and all of these things. And you have to wonder, because I think that you're probably thinking the same thing I am. I hear it all the time, whether it's in a group chat or whatever. We're always hearing about some ailment. And why? Why on earth do we feel so bad? And what most people are doing about this could be contribute to why they're feeling so bad. Number one, the environment could make us feel bad, but then what do? Well, we don't do it, but what a lot of people will do is they'll reach for a Band-Aid, something to fix it. They want a quick fix. And I will tell you that when you get those quick fixes, I don't know how to say this other than you're never going to go back if they make you well. And so there's something that's going to happen each time that you choose to do one of those things. It might cause another problem so that you can keep going back for more. But what we're here to talk about is getting to the root of things. You see all of these things that look, you know, we see these every single day, and people having them, a whole cabinet full of medicines and things, but our bodies are being bombarded, and this is just happening. You know, the Industrial Revolution was a great thing, but look what it did to us. The way food is processed now. I'm 60 years old. Food is a lot different from when I was growing up. You know, smoking, and even the water that we drink, even, you know, even the food that we eat with pesticides and things, we are bombarded daily. And so we need to come up with a solution for that. You can go ahead, Kim, and go on to the next slide. We're talking about our cells and our organs, our systems. They're all suffering. They're all failing. If you take a look at a healthy cell there on the left, we have a damaged cell on the right. And all of those environmental causes, and even what we're doing now, looking at screens and things, cause our cells to be damaged. And Nancy and I both know, and Kim too, what it means when your cells are damaged, and you know, that leads to being unwell. And so a lot of that is also tied to an unhealthy gut. And we're here to tell you, Kim, Nancy, and I, if you're here and you've heard about something that's coming with LifeVantage, we are all testing the brand new product that's coming in October, and we're going to be talking more about that. But I'll tell you what, it's so important to have gut health and cellular health going into that. And that's what we're here to talk to you about in preparation for that. So Nancy's going to touch more on this type of, on these types of conversations as she introduces our products here pretty soon. We have a solution. And it, you know, for me, I didn't feel this good. I didn't know I could feel this good. Again, at age 60, I feel amazing. I know Nancy feels better. I know Kim's has a complete turnaround in the way she feels. The solution is activating your health along with a healthy lifestyle. And so Nancy's going to touch on some of that as we go through these slides. She's going to touch on some of the products we have to offer and what those products do. So when we ask, you know, what do you mean activate? It's been discovered that you can turn up, turn down, or balance gene processes in your body to create vibrant health, starting at the cellular level, using specific blends of natural ingredients. Again, as I said, from God's pharmacy. It's not just supplementation, it's activation. And those are two very different things. And so I'm going to turn it over to Nancy so she can tell you just a little bit more about that.
Awesome. Let's see if you can get me on here. Do you have me on? I can't tell if you got me there or not. Yes, we're good to go. Okay, good. Well, first and foremost, it is such an honor and privilege to be here tonight. Thank you guys for taking the time to be here to hear what we have to share, because we want to really make a big difference, not just to those of you on here, but to help you to see and understand what a big difference you can make for other people. And that all started with this first breakthrough in activation. Our flagship product, Protandim NRF2, is what really started the company in the first place. And that was a blend of 5 different ingredients that when they were put together did something that nothing else had been proven to do. And that was the start of us understanding oxidative stress and the role that it has in damaging our cells, and then what activation can do to change it. So as you can see here from the slide, oxidative stress is something that is creating all kinds of problems for our bodies. In that cell that Sandy showed you earlier, we want to keep that nice, healthy cell. When you don't have that nice, healthy cell, and we have this oxidative stress from cell phones and pesticides, preservatives, all these different things, the air we breathe, food we drink, and even the foods we eat, we're not getting foods that can do what we need. That creates the damage you saw in that second cell. And that's because we have a huge amount of oxidative stress that's creating all kinds of problems. Now, you heard the word oxidative stress. So what do? We need antioxidants, and our body does make some of those. Lots of people think, oh, they're on antioxidants and that will help. The problem is we have 300, look at that number. It's like 17 zeros, septillion or something crazy, free radicals every day. And when you're taking the typical supplements, you're only taking care of a 1-to-1 ratio. We need 1,000,000 to 1, and that's what protandem activation of NRF2 does. It has the body produce glutathione, catalase, and SOD, which are going to help take care of those free radicals. And guess what? That's how we rebalance our body. So it's a huge, huge impact in terms of making our body head toward balance again. And that's how we get to lowering things like oxidative stress. When we take a look at the 5 ingredients, I'll have lots of people say to me, I get this question every single day, but I'm already taking green tea. I'm already taking turmeric. The difference is 5 different ingredients blended together become something else. Like grandma's cake recipe, it's perfect. It comes out of the oven. It doesn't look like the sugar, the flour, and all the other things that went into the oven. That's what activation does. And as a result, we see detoxification, a huge reduction in cellular stress, and it's proven to lower that oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. That is huge. And it was huge that we were allowed to be able to make that statement. More importantly, for scientists like me, this is what really, after I had the results I did from my breast cancer and from my melanoma, my body was ravaged. When I finally started feeling better again was when I activated my own body. But then I saw all this research. That's what really made me know I had a moral obligation to share. Look at all these different universities and published research papers. You don't see that with a product by its trademarked name. You'll see ingredients, yes, that's borrowed science. This is the science that's been done on this product, and I'm so proud to be able to represent it. And if you take a look at this, what are we talking about? This NRF2 is the pathway. It's the master regulator to detoxify. That means clean up everything. It's the master regulator for making antioxidants, for anti-inflammatory and cytoprotective mechanisms. That pathway is so incredibly important. In fact, they said here that it may become the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. They're talking about the NRF2 pathway. That's what this product does. And when you take a look at some of the other studies, for me personally, having the melanoma issues, when I saw this study, having to do with the modulation of oxidative stress when we were dealing with melanoma, that's when I really knew that I was onto something. I'm so excited because, as you see, it not only suppressed tumor formations in this study, but it modulated pro-inflammatory signaling and immune response in our genes. That's why we're called nutrigenomics. That's why the FDA called us that. And as a result of it, that's why so many more universities wanted to study this, because they've never seen that kind of thing happen before. So from there, guess what? The National Institute on Aging decided they'd take, it was over 100 different things. Some were medications, some were nutrients. And they wanted to see in a study if they could prove that there was anything that actually delayed the aging process. And guess what? Protandem was the only nutritional supplement tested that was proven to increase the median survival in mice, delaying the aging process. And that potentially extends the lifespan and delays the disease and dysfunction. And they said that it was somewhere close to equating to 7 to 10 years of healthy longevity in people. So that for me was just, again, another study that just made me know this is where I was going to be. So then what happened? We never stopped there. We always continue to research. And we saw some of the benefits other people were seeing from collagen in other sources and decided we needed to have one that was going to be a breakthrough for activation. And that indeed is what happened. We have a liquid collagen that goes way beyond just the skin deep benefits. We're talking about nail health and eye health like all the others, of course, but we're talking about cardiovascular health. We're talking about joints. We're talking about gut health. We're talking about brain and cognitive support. All of that is because of 3 components regarding our liquid collagen. And when you go ahead and take a look at what we do, I love this part. We activate, we replenish, and we maintain. Arm, I call it arm muscle. What does that mean? Well, first, we activate. Take a look at this. This is collagen density in only 8 weeks. That's incredible to go from 30 to 68.5, more than double. And that's because the body was making it, not the fact that the collagen was shoving its way in there. Look at that. It activated the genes. Remember that SOD gene I talked about and the catalase gene? Look at that. 2,700%. Whoa, that's huge, right? So the bottom line is we want to activate our collagen production with the ruby red quinoa extract. Then we do add collagens, not just 1 or 2 types like everyone else. We add 10 types of collagen, and it's from sustainably caught fish and also peptides of amino acids that help with collagen density and skin elasticity. That's what we're looking for, that elasticity and that moisture that gives us back that youthful appearance. And here's the key. If it's happening to look like that on the outside, you aren't going to believe what it's doing on the inside. And then we go from replenishing to the most important part, utilizing citrus. Barry, what we are doing is we are breaking down let me back up. We're maintaining collagen because we're not breaking down the collagen we have. We're decreasing the gene that literally breaks our collagen down. And so we're keeping what we have a lot longer. And in so doing, we're going to see a lot more of the moisture and healthy glow in our complexion, along with a lot of other things going on the inside. So what does that mean? Guess what? Take a look for yourself. These pictures are incredible. And again, these are people we know. Take a look at this. And they all happened in look at this, 15 days. We're talking 15 days, 30 days. Oh yeah, there's my legs. That happened in just about a 6-week period of time. It's unbelievable because we are putting the stuffing back in the pillow and we're making sure that the pillowcase is nice and wrinkle free, okay? Take a look at these. Everything from the hairline on the young lady to just all kinds of things that make our healthy skin glow again. And oh yeah, that doesn't even begin to talk about hair. So let's take a look too real quick. What happened when we found out we had people taking our NRF2 activator, our protandim activator with the collagen? We did a study because we couldn't believe what we were seeing. And this blew my mind. If I could explain one single thing, look at the study, mitigating the effects of cellular stress to return to optimal function. Remember when we talked about those gazillion free radicals happening? Now what we're doing is able to help the signaling of that. And so you can take a look, and the mitigating effects of the cellular stress to return to optimal function is really the key to our healthy immune system. See these fibroblasts? Look at all the things they affect. Our body is a yin and a yang. We have a little bit of breakdown that we have, and then we fix it again. And the fibroblasts are what go in and fix it again, all right? As we break down, then the body goes back in and fixes. What we are doing is returning that cellular function to its optimal function, and the study shows that. So what does that mean? We're reducing unnecessary signaling, so we're not constantly blasting the immune system. That's why there's so many autoimmune diseases. Too much signaling. Now we're reducing that. We're recovering from stress easier and restoring optimal function to the whole entire body, including the immune. So those two are called the Healthy Glow Essential Stack. If you go to our website, from the person that invited you, if you scroll down to the bottom of the Healthy Glow Essential Stack, you can find that information in that study as well. So guess what? We have a few other things that make people happy too. As I said, the Protandim NRF2 is our antioxidants. That's going to help our bodies stay clean from cell out. Then we have the NRF1. That's our mitochondria. That's the little guy that makes all the energy. Guess what? The energy makes the oxidative stress. That's how it works. But in so doing, we need NRF1 to help the mitochondria be healthy again and to make more mitochondria. Then we have the NAD. And what that is the final cleaner upper. It's going to make the NRF2 and the NRF1, the yin and the yang in the cell, work at its finest. So that's our cellular health for anti-aging. And from there, we go on to our hair care system, utilizing the NRF2 actually right on our head. So what is that doing? Those cells that are growing hair should grow more than one little hair. They should be growing lots of little hairs, each cell. And what this does is restore its ability to do its optimal function. And you see the hair growth again, which is incredible. And look at the award that we've gotten from that. Then take a look too at the skin. Of course, this matters. The first slide on the left is showing that we have a retinol that does nothing at the top of that cell. You want to look at the very top. Look at how dark red. We're trying to improve that collagen level and that huge density level at the top of the skin. Now look on the right. See how deep that red is? That's because we're actually activating from the skin on the outside in along with inside out. And that makes for so much improvement in the quality of our skin. Then we go on from there to do all kinds of other things. For instance, well, take a look first at these. The proof is always in the pudding. Take a look at these. We're talking 81 days. That's crazy. This looks like an entirely different person, right? It's crazy, the improvements. And we've had people that have had, I'm one of them, I've had a lot of surgeries from my past. I can't even see my scars from those surgeries anymore. It's kind of crazy. You just never think that those things can happen, but our body is capable when it's activated. So we go on from there, and guess what? We also have to take care of our little buddies, our little dogs, our cats, our horses, and even dolphins and curacao, right? Because NRF2 is needed in all mammals. Remember, we did testing in mice because we needed to see what happened on a quick basis. But guess what? Look what we see in our animals. Improvements in horses, improvements in the skin of dogs, in the energy level of dogs. I've had so many people tell me about their canines and thinking that it's going to be their last days. And guess what? When their body's activated again, you'd be shocked how much they're running around again. Sometimes people complain a little bit to me about it. So you just know that they're feeling better. And I can't think of a better way to do it than utilizing our pet tandem. And from there, we go on to our Axio. Another one of the main reasons I came in to become someone that became part of the science board was because of what I saw with Axio. It does such an incredible job of getting NRF2 into our brain cells. It helps with neurotransmitter function. What does that mean? The signaling in our brain is working again. I'll never forget the first time I got it to my son, who always struggled with ADD and ADHD. And I didn't want him to have to be on any of those medications. But when he started on Axio, the first thing he said to me was, I don't know what's in here, Mom, but it quiets the monkeys. The chatter that was going on because the signaling was not always going in the right direction. Let's take a look at what Dr. Fannin did, what he did brain mapping. We see all those adverse signaling going on. And when all that's going on, you can't think clearly. Look what happens after we get Axio inside of them. It quiets the monkeys. Take a look at that. Now you have direct signaling going exactly where it's supposed to go. And then we go from there, from our axio and back to what we started talking about, our gut health. It all starts in the gut. Look at that. All diseases start in the gut. So we have to do the right thing. And I love the terminology of making sure that we're getting the proper microbiome working. And the only way to get that done, the only way to have those guys in there doing the functions and the work that we need, is you've got to be able to add more good, beneficial microbes to your gut. And that's why we have ProBio. It's one of the few proven to get 60% through to the small intestine and the large intestine. Most only get somewhere around 3 to 5%. It's because of the delayed technology, delayed release technology that we utilize. So the probiotics are going to get to the right place, and they're going to get there in large numbers. Then you've got to be able to keep those probiotics promoted. You want to keep them in a healthy environment. And we utilize a prebiotic. That's what feeds the probiotics. And by doing so, that is going to maintain healthy blood sugar levels. It's going to make the gut environment ready to take in other nutrients, the nutrients we're needing for proper balance in our health. And of course, we all love to promote bowel regularity and, of course, suppress appetite, because you know what? When we get those signalings down, guess what? When the signal's proper, that's when things are working well. We also have Icy Bright, as we talked about earlier. Oh my gosh, how much have our eyes taken a beating from all of the phones and the iPads and the screens that we're subjected to every day? Icy Bright does a great job of getting very specialized nutrients to support your brain health and your eye health. So important, especially as we start getting older. And I know for me, it's made a huge impact. I don't even require reading glasses, which is crazy because I'm 70 years old. Who ever heard of that? At any rate, I also love our daily wellness. It's going to give a well-rounded amount of nutrients that we need to help those microbiomes do their job, the zinc and the magnesium and some of the other things that help those microorganisms do their job. Our omegas are helpful for covering around our cells and keeping the signaling going. And our D3 is huge. Of course, you hear about that all the time for bones, but it's so essential in so many different ways. And proper gut health, again, is going to be key to helping the signaling between D3 and our bones. So these things all work together. That's why we're the activation company, putting together a plethora of the nutrients required for our body. And now we have something coming that everybody's excited about. It's called our new GLP-1 system. Of course, you've heard about GLP-1. It's all the rage in the news. And you know what? The biggest component of it is it has a great ability to help with the what I call hunger noises, or things that make you want to grab snacks. Let's take a look at what we're talking about. Less food noise. You're not constantly thinking about eating anymore. You're going to feel full longer. When you eat food, it satisfies you. So you're not going to have all those snacks, and you spend a lot less time thinking about foods. It also helps you actually think about more healthy foods. It helps you prioritize taking right foods because you're not having those crazy, weird cravings. And guess what that results in? For many people, weight loss. What I like to call it is best weight management. And we are going to be the first to the market with scientific evidence showing that we can increase in the body's production of this GLP-1, which is a huge, huge thing. So why do we want to activate it? I just told you why we want to activate the GLP-1, but why we want to activate our gut now before that product is released. Now is the time to make sure that you're getting your whole digestive tract and your gut in a proper place so that you can increase the environment that it's going to be accepting when the new products come along. Most importantly, as you do this, you're going to be increasing cell energy. All of these things take time. And when you get better cell communication, guess what? The more communication there is in our body, the better all the systems work. And that's all the more reason that you're going to feel the best that you can feel and feel your most activated and at your best ideal body weight. So I'm really excited. If you take a look at these, we've got good, better, another better, and best. And that's basically taking a look at the prebiotic, probiotic with NRF2 is my favorite. But the other favorite, the collagen, does a great job in helping heal our digestive tract. So the collagen and the NRF2 is an option. But the best option, if you can, is to do both of those together. And the minimum is going to be the NRF2. So those are the great things that we've got going. And I so appreciate you taking the time to hear what we have. So I'm going to turn this back over to you guys. Kim, I hope you're ready.
I'm ready. Thank you, Nancy. I just, I could hear this 1,000 times over and listen to you talk about our products every day, all day. Because I'm going to reverse back to when I joined a little over 8 years ago, when it was the sickest I'd ever been. And I honestly, with every dead end that I kept, my back was up against a wall. Not a doctor could really truly figure out what was actually going on with me. And this is one of the biggest blessings. I just hope that everybody that is on here tonight, please talk to the person that invited you to this call and have a more thorough conversation about our products, and just starting somewhere. And like I said before, like I always say, when you know better, you do better. And that's the truth. Honestly, when I joined, I had no idea that this would change my world and my health in 5 days. I had no idea, but I knew that I was not going to keep it to myself. Beyond our products is the other piece of this, and that is the business opportunity that comes along with LifeVantage. And the thing with that is that there are a lot of people out there, obviously right now with inflation is crazy. Things are, you go to the grocery store and it feels like you barely get anything for $200 at this point. And I just want everybody to realize that there is a very big opportunity with this company as well. Obviously, you see that our products are incredible. The breakthrough science, the category creating products. We do not create Me Too products in LifeVantage, and they're consumable. Every single person that we know knows somebody that's sick. And I'm not talking about just one person. I'm talking about multiple people in your lives that are sick and tired of being sick and tired. They can't sleep. They're in pain, and you name it. It honestly, now that I see this, kids are even becoming sicker and sicker. It's almost as if, it just keeps continuing to get younger and younger and younger. And it's a tough thing to watch. LifeVantage as a company, I personally was in a company prior to this. I didn't even know what direct sales and network marketing was, to be honest with you. In fact, the first company that I joined was so small. I think it was less than 10,000 people in the company. And it was a privately held direct sales company that sold personal care products and cleaning products that were organic and some makeup. And it took me a year to decide to actually join. The only thing that I knew about direct sales and network marketing is the Tupperware lady in my mom's living room when I was little, and I would watch her, try to sell bowls to everybody in the room, and I would have to laugh because I could hardly keep up with how fast she talked. But this has been a life-changing opportunity for myself. For sure. It's changed the trajectory of our lives. And we are living proof that network marketing works. That company that I was with that was privately held closed, and I lost my entire business. And actually, 2 months prior to getting that email, I had quit my full-time job with the county. And so it was very difficult. And so when LifeVantage came along and was offered to me to take a look at, I really just was focused on the products and the research. I really wasn't focused on the opportunity, although my husband he was like, we are doing this together. I've looked at this company. It's a publicly traded company, you know, on the stock market, and he wanted to take the products too. And so I spent about 2 to 3 weeks really getting down into the research and just researching the company as well. And I fell in love. There's not one thing about LifeVantage that I don't love. And I have to say that we take our revenue and our profits to spend on continued research, product development, hiring the top people in the field, paying out commissions to you, to the people that are out there speaking this into their networks of people, and forecasting to remain relevant. I have to bring up our skincare system that you saw. That was actually Sandy McClure's sister, Deb. And we had our facial system created years ago. And our company is continuing to stay on top of cutting edge research, and wanted to actually, what they did is they up leveled it. They found further research, more powerful activation, and additional pathways to activate with that. And I absolutely love the fact that, you know, they're willing and able to you know, bring things to date, which is a lot of people won't. They would just continue to stay in with the same products that they have. I want to say that there is insane growth potential with LifeVantage. We are not in the startup phase. We are in organized growth, heading to $1 billion milestone, where I have no doubt that we will become a legacy company. My kids are going to be a part of LifeVantage. My oldest son already is, and he's excited about it. He takes the products. He has a business now that he's older than 18. This is a true legacy that you can build and pass down through generations in your family. These are some of the biggest you know, blessings in LifeVantage. We are the activation company. There's no one else out there that does what we do or has what we have. So we are leading the way in activation. We have 60 to 70 plus thousand US consultants, I think 100,000 worldwide. There are billions of people on this planet. There's so much room for growth. We are headquartered in the US, in Utah. Our products are manufactured in Utah. We are a debt-free company, which is unbelievably massive. We are a company that continues to, you know, have millions of dollars in reserves for future product development, for, you know, more research to come. With this, you get a turnkey business. You know, you don't have to go out and pay for a website. You get a business when you sign up as a consultant, which means you get a back office, you get incredible shareables from corporate, you get the corporate office that handles customer service. You do not have to stock anything in your home. You don't have to have inventory or assets. It's all a one-stop shop. People shop at your website and it's delivered to their back step. The social selling, so many people are on social media, really getting out there to share what we have to change other people's lives. It's an opportunity to build leveraged income. There's not many people that can say that they make money while they sleep. But when you build a business in LifeVantage and you earn that leveraged income, it's extremely powerful. And that, again, is something that you can pass on through generations. We have an enhanced compensation plan for the next generation of entrepreneurs. So it's an affiliate style. Our company, a couple of years ago, revamped this compensation plan to bring it to date, because there's a lot of people out there who love affiliate marketing. And this is the most beautiful way. You know, if you didn't want to build a team, you can still get paid an incredible income just by signing up customers and helping people with their health. And last but not least, by any means, it's my most favorite part of it. It's the culture and the community of LifeVantage. I have never been a part of something so incredible in my entire life. From the events to the cross lines, doing this tonight with Nancy and Sandy. We are not on the same team, but we are Team LifeVantage, and that is how our company works. We're in this together, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I love everything about what we have here at LifeVantage, and it's going to continue to get better. I know without a shadow of a doubt that the opportunity is going to be unbelievably massive, especially with this new GLP-1 system that we're launching. If there's any piece of you that is wondering whether or not you should join, go for it. Don't think too much about it. Work with your leader, work with the people that bring you in. I'm telling you, the people, corporate, the products, everything about LifeVantage is incredible. And it's very simple. There's no gimmicks. If you sign up, you have the opportunity to share your website with other people. You can build a network of consultants and have an army of the people like you out loud and proud about wanting to share this opportunity to help change the financial lives of other people. Or you could bring in a network of customers, or work this like an affiliate and want to extend our products into the lives of people that are unwell, people that are sick and tired of being sick and tired, that want a better approach, a more natural approach to taking control over their health. And you can build a network of customers. Me personally, it was a no-brainer for me to join as a consultant. My husband and I linked arms, and we've never looked back. This is something that you can do with your family, get your family involved. Both my children have traveled with us as we've done this to share with others. And we gather people in our home. We have a community of people that we have created that literally I wake up and I look forward to doing this every single day with the people in LifeVantage. So there are 3 options. You can become a customer. You can join our movement and become a consultant, or you know what? You might not be ready, and that's okay. You might need more information. I just want to let you know that whatever you decide, I have no doubt if you choose to be a part of LifeVantage in any way, shape, or form, you will never regret it. Thank you guys for coming on here. I do want to reiterate that I want you to get back with the person that invited you to this Zoom tonight to get more information, to see what other choice or what choice that they want to make that would be right for them. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I am going to stop the recording right now, and we are going to open it up for questions.